Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of Browntown.
Dogs of
Browntown. Browntown. All right. Everybody take it easy. All right. Hormos, do your scary talks.
Can I have that real quick?
Of course. خیلی ممنون مرسی اسم من هست هرمز رشیدی و welcome به Dogs of Browntown.
Yeah! I said count it down. I didn't say do a whole incantation.
15 14 13
Your mother.
17 11 10 9
That's too long.
Wow.
هفت
Countdown.
6
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Oh, boy. Hey, welcome to Dogs of Browntown, everybody.
Each time I add more
Yeah. And
numbers.
I don't know what you're saying. So it's like even more like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't
started
know
from
what
15.
number you're
I
at.
started
yeah.
at 15.
I have a
this
tiny blue-collar brain. You can't just fucking throw that in my face like that. Like we start every episode. Katie, do you have that queued up? We have the countdown timer as to when white people will be the minority. Now, we didn't come up with this clock. That's something we
Asians
didn't come
did.
up with.
Asians.
Not almost. This is somebody who wanted us gone.
Right.
But now we're just showing it. This is when white people will be the minority. Look at it, boys.
7,901 days.
Sweet, sweet days. And
9
I'm adding
hours.
to that by having sex with my white wife.
Perfect.
There it
Great.
is.
It just jumped 1,000 days.
All right.
My brother hates that.
Put it back on the logo.
My
What?
brother hates that. He's
Yeah,
like,
no, some people, I can see how some people find that very racist.
he's like, you know, some people aren't going to listen to your podcast because of that.
Yeah,
and I'm like, those people weren't going to be
It's
loving
called
Dogs of
Dogs
Browntown.
of
Yeah.
We're
Not in
being-
my town.
And if they don't understand that it's satire, I don't know what to tell you.
They want
I
to
don't know
gentrify
what to say.
Browntown.
Hell yeah.
It's okay. So to my right, we got the guy who was saying all that stuff earlier.
Hormuz Rashidi. That's my name.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Saul. How's it going? It's like we've never met before.
Yeah.
Hormuz.
And next to him is the other host.
Yeah, Joel Jimenez. Hello, everybody. Yeah, and I'm stoked. We have our first guest here.
Yeah, baby.
Pancho, the head honcho Moler.
Oh, what's up, guys? I'm Pancho Moler.
Hell
Woo!
yeah.
Yeah,
How
baby.
convenient. You got a middle name, the head honcho?
I made it up. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for weeks
I
now.
take things very literal.
Yeah,
okay? So you
for
can't-
sure.
I was going to say, where does the head honcho, what lineage is that?
Chilean, I guess. You're Chilean, right?
Yes, Chilean from South America. That's
Damn.
me from Santiago,
and
Chile.
a fellow norteño too. He lived up in the Bay Area.
Wait, let's take it easy, man.
All right.
You can't go throwing shit
Whoa,
out.
whoa,
right,
whoa,
sorry,
don't
sorry.
throw-
A fellow norteño.
Oh, okay.
We're from the north. How's it going? Don't bang. Because a lot of people who bang do have this haircut.
Yeah.
George Perez was like, hey, that's a norteño.
Really?
I was like, I didn't know.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know
gonna
there
take
were
it off.
I feel like
haircuts.
that's more like a cartel look right here.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
gold
that.
guns
Yeah.
and shit.
I like
Plata
that.
or
I was wearing
plomo.
that,
Yeah.
rocking that. It's like cartel.
Yeah, that's a cartel look.
Now we're
Cowboy
talking big
boots.
drug money. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
so
yeah.
Pancho's our guest. Pancho's a pro skater, actor, and comedian. How long
Yes.
you been in stand up now?
I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Damn, hell yeah.
Oh.
Should I say longer, like to be
Nah,
cooler?
No,
Or,
it's
like,
good.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
good. No, you don't have to
Okay.
lie
No, because
about
if you'd have
it.
said any
I've been at it for like 15.
Yeah, no,
I'd have
but,
sniffed you like a dog.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as a
I know.
person who's been doing it longer than 10 years. 15, huh?
but you said about 2 years or
Yeah, about
over?
2 years.
Okay, cool. You
2
know what I
years.
did when I was at like 3? I'd say a little over 3 years, or like I'd always give a little bit extra.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Like that little extra's going to matter.
I always thought people would like. I was always like 2 years. I was like, yeah, look how good I am at 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
But
yeah.
people didn't take it that. People are always like, they don't even
They
want to
brush
pay
you
attention.
off.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're
Yeah.
not.
You
you're
kind of
too new.
know the ones that are like 2 years in. You're like, oh, this kid's a fucking phenom.
Monster,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? A
Yeah,
monster.
I
Yeah.
hate them.
It is what it is.
It is
Sometimes
what
they
it
just
is, yeah.
understand it better. They just know how their voice wants.
Like
to
I remember
go.
I saw Punky Johnson go up in the OR. I think it was like the first time she went up.
Damn.
And I remember the first time I remember being like, yeah, like you give LeBron James a basketball. Some people are just good at basketball,
Yeah.
And Punky was natural.
And you
She was
picked a
at it for
black
2
guy.
years?
To compare to
Some
Yeah.
people out the door are just
Yeah,
good.
just have it.
Just have it.
Yeah, every time I tell anybody like 2 years, they're like, oh, you got your dues that you have to pay.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
pay
see.
your
I was
dues.
surprised when I first saw you. I mean, like you hear anytime somebody from another world wants to do stand up, like you kind of roll your eyes. And then I saw you, and I think you're very good for how long you've been doing it. And I think maybe just the way you grew up, I think being a little person, all that, like, is you had to have a personality, and you couldn't just get by on like bullshit. You had to like work for stuff, and I think you're working for it now. You know, you had a really good setup at D's Nuts the other day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't know. I when I started was like a little bit right after the pandemic, and my wife,
pandemic baby.
Yeah, my wife is a stand-up comedian, and it was like she was kind of getting back into it, and so I went to watch her a few times at some, open mics. That's what I do. I do a lot of open mics. Yeah. And I was just kind of seeing. I just went for support. Yeah. And I was just seeing what some of the dudes were talking about, and they were all way younger, like in their 20s, 20, 25, and I was just like, oh man, I think I could do this. I feel like I got a lot more to say, a lot more life experience to talk about than just like online dating and dick jokes,
I thought
like,
it was way more sexist too. Like I see my wife, like, this idiot. I got it. I got it. My husband's blah blah blah.
She's actually really, really good. So I'm just like, okay.
Hell yeah.
And do you think the fact that you trained as an actor helped you?
I think it definitely helped for the stage presence.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a lifetime member of the Actors Studio, and kind of the rejection that you deal with there from like top dogs is like.
What is lifetime member of the Actors Studio? What does that mean?
Oh well, it's like
that's James Lipton, right?
It's like where Paul Newman came out of. Where like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, like
Bradley Cooper.
It started in New York City, and then they moved it here. So basically, the audition process is you have to. It's once a year, and you have to do like a piece from a contemporary play, and you got to show an emotional transition, and it's 5 minutes. And then if you don't get it, then you have to audition again 2 years later or a year later.
Damn.
So it's
you're like an actor door guy.
Yeah, definitely. Right. And so I became I auditioned, and I became a working finalist first, which means that you can put up work there only with lifetime members. Yeah. And then it took me like 5 years of like doing these finals every year to like actually become a lifetime member, and that means now that I have free acting classes for the rest of my life, like at places like at New York or out here, and that's kind of cool. So it showed me that it definitely helped me with the stage presence.
Do you have a cool card?
Huh?
You have a cool card?
Yeah, I do.
Does it say lifetime like Costco?
Yeah.
They're like, excuse me, that'll be $300 for this class. And no, sir, as you can see.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That's badass.
Wow.
And that's the same thing that the TV show where they would interview Paul Newman and
well,
stuff
the TV show is a little different because the TV show is for it's based for like students that went to Pace University, and the Actors Studio is like a program that students have to pay for at Pace University. Okay. And then when you graduate there, you don't graduate like a lifetime member. You graduate as a working finalist. So you still, but I took the other route because I'm broke.
Right.
And I just kind of went with those chances, and I ended up passing the first time. So
Did you go to college?
I went to college for like a year, Evergreen Valley College, Norteño College up in San Jose.
Whoa, all right. Let's take it. Now it's like hey, fool, this is how you plancha 101. You know what I mean? Now you know Norteño 101. Yeah. You know? It's gangbanging 203. I'm going to be late.
and then it was like a year into it, it was like I was skateboarding at the time, and I was an amateur, and it was like either continue going to college and get a degree or travel the world. Yeah. Party and skate wherever I want.
No brainer.
Man.
Yeah,
there was
no brainer right there.
Yeah.
Dude, we were just watching some of your skate videos. That shit is sick as fuck. That shit was really dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys never skateboarded, huh?
I mean, I would skate around with my friends who skated who'd have extra skateboards. Yeah. And we just skate around the neighborhood. Yeah. just like hanging out. But no, I never did anything like any tricks and shit like that, or like jumping off the thing or grinding off a rail or whatever.
Yeah, man. I grew up skateboarding, so I've known about you my whole life. I mean, it was like, Yeah, it's just wild. It's a trip. It's a trip being involved in stand-up now too, and at the store specifically, because you end up becoming friends with people that you've like looked up to your whole life or have known about or things like that. You know,
There's people I don't want to run into. Like I don't want to meet this person because then it'll bum me out. Maybe.
Yeah, it could. Well, the other day when Tom DeLonge was here, everybody's like, "Joel, you got to come back. He's so cool.
The nicest guy in the
world." And I was like, "I can't do it, dude. No, I just gotta stay away, man."
I do horror movies as well. That's like kind of the majority of the movies that I'm known for and I've done with Rob Zombie. And I was doing this convention, and Pauly Shore was at the convention as well. It's like a horror convention, and he was there for something else, for another movie. And basically what they have us do is they have us sit at tables with our pictures.
Yeah.
And fans walk up and like have you pick a picture, they pay some money, and then you sign it, you talk to them for a bit, and then you take a selfie with them. And Pauly was there, and one of the roles I played was like this Nazi Hitler clown. And
I'm
there with like this big swastika, and the fans love it. And
it's a gnarly image,
it's a gnarly image, and they're walking up and wanting that picture, and Pauly walked up. And he looked, and he just literally walked up. I'm like, oh my God, my wife was next to me. I'm like, that's Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore's walking up. And I'm signing this autograph, and he just walks up, looks at the picture, looks at me, and goes, interesting. And then walks off. and then I tried to talk to him the other night, and because he was here at the show, and he walked by, and I'm like, hey, Pauly. I'm like, remember me? He's like, yeah, I remember you. And he just kept walking. I'm like, I don't think he likes me.
That's so funny.
That's such a trippy character because you spoke Spanish too, right? Yeah, it's fucking intense, dude.
And the reason I spoke Spanish is because when I did the audition, after I got booked the role, you go in for this fitting. It's called the lighting test, and I went there, and I already knew I was going to play this Nazi Hitler clown, but Rob Zombie looks at my resume. He's like, "Oh, it says that you can speak Spanish." I'm like, "Yeah, it's my first language." And he's like, "All right, I was thinking we could try some Spanish in this." And the lighting test is basically they're seeing how the lights hit the makeup. Mm-hmm. They just want you to like kind of be in character. And there's all these producers in the room. All the producers for the movie are in the room. All the lights are on you. I'm dressed like this Nazi Hitler clown with this huge swastika. Yeah. And I'm like thinking in my head the whole time, how am I going to fucking translate Rob's fucking writing into Spanish? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it sounds better. Sometimes it doesn't. And all the actors are there too. And so they go up and Rob just yells action. And as soon as he yells action, I'm looking around at everyone. I'm like, they're not going to know what the fuck I'm saying anyway.
Right.
So I'm just going to say whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I just start just getting into it, saying the worst shit ever, man. And as soon as they yell cut, Rob's like, oh my fucking God, that was amazing. I'm changing all your dialogue to Spanish. I'm like, don't you want to know what I want to say? What I said? He's like, no. I'm like, is there going to be subtitles? He's like, no.
Hell yeah.
It's like something about someone that's chasing you and wants to kill you, and you don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
That is extra scary.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
You're like, Hitler's not even. This is. You're trying to explain to this guy who's trying to kill you. You're like,
I think everybody has the clown is the problem, not the Nazi part. They're like, I don't like this clown part.
No,
the travesties they've done.
And you always kind of like coming from the studio. It's always so serious there that you always kind of have to have this inner monologue, you know. And it just made no sense to me for him to speak Spanish. If I don't believe it, then no one else is going to believe it. But then again, who gives a shit? But I kind of just thought about it. And I'm like, holy shit, like a lot of the Nazis that didn't die, like they migrated to like places like Argentina, Spain, Chile. So I'm like, there we go. Yeah. There's my Spanish, you know. Like,
hell yeah.
Right.
That's where that came from. So that was kind of cool, you know, to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's why like Argentina has all those Italian names, like Messi and Ginobili.
Yeah.
It's like all the fascists who fled.
Sons of bitches could play soccer, though, huh? All that hate translated into playing soccer.
Let me ask you something. Growing up, do you feel like you got discriminated more for being Chilean brown kid or for being little?
No, because I didn't really embrace like my Latino like growing up because at the age that I learned English in, when I came here from Santiago, like which was like around like when I was 6 years old, I learned English, and I didn't have. When you learn it at such a young age, you don't speak it with an accent.
Right.
You're kind of like you're with your classmates everywhere.
Right.
So once I learned it, I always just spoke English, and I only spoke Spanish at home. And so I never really embraced it. Like it wasn't that I was ashamed of it, but if I didn't need to speak it, then why was I going to?
Did you grow up in Southern California?
Yeah, and I grew up in Southern California, but then I moved all over the U.S. because of my father's job. And I started really embracing it like when I moved here, like about 20 years ago. And I was like, dude, this is like you can get so much further, like being able to be bilingual here and really embrace it. And
you hear that, white people?
And it's something that I have that you don't.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't really get discriminated on for being Latino. I got more discriminated on for just being, a little person. But I always just kind of made friends with the biggest dude in school.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
See,
that's all you need.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the shit, like, I think that helps your stand-up is that. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, being able to navigate the world and, like, I'm going to make friends with this guy. There's a lot of, like, smarts that go into that. Yeah. Not everybody's likable.
No, for sure.
And then when I started skateboarding, like, at the age of, like, 11, like, it just, like, kind of all my focus went to that. And
were you a natural when you got on it?
I don't think so. No. I wasn't a natural, but it was something that I wanted to get better at, and and I was very committed. I really loved sports, but I just knew at a very young age that I wasn't going to be able to achieve any of them on a professional level. Yeah. And skateboarding was something that seemed like achievable, attainable, and so I just kind of kept with that.
What ultimately made you leave skateboarding? Just injuries?
No, it's just
age?
Like I think it's just like it's not a sport that lasts forever. There's very few pros that can like last in that. Like you get hurt, you're injured. Kids that are younger like are willing to get paid less money, but do what you do, that's and be better than you or like as good, like it's just kind of like it's a sport that doesn't last forever unless you have a really good business sense, like Tony Hawk or like
what's like his name? The guy from Ridiculousness. What's that guy?
Rob Dyrdek. Yeah,
you kind of have to
exactly.
steer into sponsorships and stuff.
Huh?
Kinda, like being sponsored and stuff, like finding products to sell. If you really want to get into like not really skating, is what I'm assuming. Like.
Yeah, and a lot of like skateboarders that where their skateboard career ended at like in their early 30s or mid 30s, like they didn't have an education or any of that, so they're like. So they went to like working at skate shops, just because they still want to be a part of it. But like I just didn't want to do that, and it's nothing that I frown upon. I just kind of I felt like I could do something different and apply like the discipline that skateboarding gave me onto other things, like acting.
It's like also I'm not a skater, but it seems like skating is like a sport, but it's also creative.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
It's like you get that creative outlet with it too, and then if you give up. That you need something creative in your life.
Absolutely.
And
Did you ever see that Jerry Seinfeld like getting coffee in cars with comedians show?
Yeah.
He's talking to somebody about skateboarding in one of those episodes.
Doing Scante on skateboards with Joel?
No.
Hell yeah. Dude, let's do that.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be cool.
No, but he's talking
getting horchata on skateboards with Joel.
Hey, I'll do it. Hit me up, man. I'm in. But he's talking about, he goes, every time I see those skateboarding kids, he goes, I think they're going to be all right because they're trying this thing and there are like, you can get hurt, but getting back up, doing the trick again, that it's just like a good life lesson.
No.
And I think he equates it to comedy somehow, but
I think what I did as far as with the comedy thing is like, I wasn't a natural skateboarder. I needed to skate. Like there's kids that are naturals like Guy Mariano, Mark Gonzalez, like these guys could not skate for years and then get back on a skateboard and just be ridiculous, just amazing. I wasn't that, and I knew that, and I just needed to apply like as much practice as I could into it. So I skated like 8 hours a day. But also, when we were growing up, at least in my younger years, I didn't. Kids nowadays, like there's a skate park, a cement skate park in every town, like and it's like a training facility. We didn't have that. I would get dropped off at like the Marshall's curb.
Yeah, you
all
have to
day
fucking
long.
ollie over a loose fridge.
yeah, absolutely.
You have to grind off the homeless guy's butt cheek.
I wonder why Saul brought up a fridge.
It was just
It says
more
free on it.
It was more raw and gritty, and I think with that said, like I always felt like that I needed to do the same thing with acting. I wasn't like a natural, and I knew that, but I knew I had something.
Yeah.
And I applied that same thing. Yeah, I applied that same work ethic. Thank you. Onto that, and then with comedy, I think it's the same thing. Yeah. It's like one of those things where I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up as much as I want to, but I am able to do it at open mics. Yeah, and it's like almost an addiction. You guys know. You want to get up, and whether it's for these fucking dudes that aren't gonna laugh or. It's still, you're getting it out of your system. You're spitting shit out. And that's kind of what I feel with comedy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if you relate to this, but I feel like my name being Hormoz Rashidi growing up in Orange County, it was like they were going to make fun of me. So I from a young age, figured out if I'm making them laugh, if I'm leading the way, then they're not making fun of me. They're not laughing at me. They're laughing with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's all these theories on like why people get into stand-up and things like that. The thing I think I relate to the most is I can present myself to a room the way that I want to be seen, and I can kind of control the perception of who I am. I don't have to. I'd rather that than meet people individually. I'd rather be like, hey, this is who I am.
Interesting.
So that's a part
Being
of it, I think.
under 2 years in, do you? I hate to state it like this, but do you 8 Mile yourself on stage? Like it's because when I started, I was really good, but I was very much willing to go into self-deprecating. Like half of my set was fat jokes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you have little person jokes about yourself, or do you steer clear from that?
I definitely do, but I also try to talk about skateboarding a lot. I try to talk about being married to a tall woman. And talk more about like people's perception of that rather than like, and also my experience in that. But I definitely have had friends that come up to me and they're like, hey man, like now it's about time to like, not talk about the midget stuff or this, and I'm like, but it's kind of like
part of who you are though.
It's part of who I am. I'm not gonna sit here and talk politics with you guys. That's just not me in real life.
Right.
I was born on that side of the tracks. That's that's all self-deprecating. But it's just you find out how to do that then. Because then you don't want to be the guy who just does those jokes. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be just the fat comic. Just like how you don't want to be that little person comic.
I don't want to be a Latino comic. Like, I mean, like, it's, of course it's in my act.
I hate that people just look at me as that, like, super handsome comic, but...
I don't know.
I see that. I totally see that.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Hold on.
Like that other night when the guy came to you.
Dude, I like this.
Pancho, you just fist bumped him when he didn't. You just said good set to him now. I don't appreciate that good set fist bump you gave to him.
I knew it was a lie, though. I knew it was a lie. It was one of those good sets. When you do bad. And
pretty handsome. Pretty handsome.
Good set. And you're like, I know.
But it's just so much easier to talk about now because it's just like, this is what I look like. And then as soon as you break past that, you feel more like they understand who you are and like your willingness to be open about yourself. That's when your opinion about everything can come out. So I'd say keep doing it till you're not comfortable with it anymore. There doesn't have to be a time period with it. Just keep doing jokes, whatever, as long as you're looking for funny. That's all you're looking for is making jokes. I mean, that's the whole point. You know? Like a lot of these young comics now, they're trying to like be prophets up there, and it's like, shut the fuck up. There better be a fucking fart joke or something out of what you just said. But
you guys ever read the Bible? I mean, what if Jesus was a superhero?
Get your tomatoes ready. Oh gosh. Man. But no, I'd say just keep striving forward. Like whatever you applied to skateboarding, apply that same way. But it's hard now. Like life now. Yeah. Going out at night all the time is hard. I did.
It was weird. I did an audition for Flappers. Are we allowed to talk about
that? Don't ever fucking, hold on.
We'll bleep that out.
Real quick. What you just said, don't ever say that in my presence.
Well, I did an audition at this place.
No. Flappers is great. I go there sometimes. It's fine.
I did an audition at Flappers and...
For the Ovalton room.
whatever.
Yoo-hoo room.
Yeah, sure. And and then we're supposed to do the audition and then get feedback and then hopefully get booked or not.
Yeah, of course.
And it was weird because the guy, you guys probably know, I'm not going to mention his name, but the guy that gave me feedback was this Jewish guy.
I know who it is.
And he said, and this is what he said. He's like, I'm just going to be straight up with you, but you look and you sound like Brad Williams.
Oh.
And I'm just like thinking, and in my head, I just thought like, am I stealing someone's jokes without even fucking knowing I'm stealing them? So I went home and I watched all his specials, and I'm like, I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
He does get called Tyrion Lannister, the guy from Game of Thrones. I do too, all the fucking time.
I wonder what it is.
But like, definitely not. It's different.
No.
But what I think what he was trying to say is you just got to be more specific to what happens with you and make it more about your experience rather than like not being specific enough and where people can think that. So I was like, okay, I get that, but you could have said it in a better way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You're not Brad Guillermo? Not at all?
Yeah, when I started, best advice I ever got was like I started doing observational shit one day, and my friend came up to me. He's like, dude, he's like, I like when you talk about your life. Like, if you're talking about all these observations, you really run the risk of having the same observation as someone else, you know? But if you talk about your life, nobody has lived your life. And so that is, I try to filter everything through that.
But at the same time, you could be the first.
Yeah, you're right.
Put the flag down on something first, on a topic, and it gets televised. Like, I was the first.
Of course.
I like when people say, I'd like it if you talked about this. I like personal stuff.
The way they frame
But I don't
it.
like somebody being like, don't do observational shit.
Yeah.
You know, don't tell anybody
I don't like
what to
Hormus's
do.
women be crazy jokes, but he does them anyway. He's like, because women be crazy.
That is like my premise of every joke. Women be crazy, right?
Bitches be shopping. They be shopping.
You ever notice that they be shopping? You guys ever notice that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who Nick Novicki is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
Tiny Dan Soder. He says it himself.
Okay. Woo. Don't worry, he said it
looks
first.
exactly like Dan Soder.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He does look like a tiny Dan Soder. Yeah.
Anyways, he's like pretty inspirational to me as far as like he's been doing comedy for such a long time, for 20 years.
Acting too?
Yeah, and acting. And he saw my set the other night because I really hyped it up. I'm like, I'm at the Comedy Store for the first time ever. And he watched it, and he said afterwards, because I've been trying to get him to come watch me for a long time, and finally he did. And he was like, you are fucking edgy. And he's like, but it's good. You're riding that line, but you're not going beyond it, which sometimes it's a turnoff, especially for like super clean comedians. And it was really it felt really like, I guess, heartwarming to, get that kind of, I felt like it was a compliment. And so I felt like I accomplished something by that, because, I tell him, I'm always telling him, I'm like, dude, how do you like kind of like gauge like who to like invite to your shows, because I feel like I'm inviting the same people. But the good thing is we got the internet, we can just do that. He's like, dude, you got it so fucking easy. He's like, back in my day, me and Nate Bargatze, well, that's his name, Bargatze, we're at fucking outside of comedy spots in New York, barking in 23-degree weather. He's like trying to get people to come inside, and then hopefully we get a spot at night. I'm like, really? I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That sounds shitty.
But also think about how big your IG following would be if while you were skating you had if IG existed.
Oh my God.
Like if those videos, and the quality of those videos would have been better too, because the cameras are so much better.
No, absolutely. And then another thing I think about is like, I have people telling me, he's like, you got to pay your dues. You got to be doing this for at least 20 years if you want to open up for someone. And I'm like thinking, fuck, dude. Like, I didn't start this when I was 20 years old.
Right.
I started this 2 years ago. Like, I don't got 20 years, dude. Like,
it's an arbitrary number they're throwing out.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, man, that's a long time. But I get it. And so I feel like doing what I'm doing, I'm hopefully kind of deleting some of those years, and
Yeah, I think you're a bit ahead. I think you can see.
I think it's more about the 10,000 hours thing versus the number of years doing it. You know what I mean? It's just like how much effort you put into it. You can speed that up too.
As far as maybe what you're grasping of, like maybe consistent work, maybe you're talking about popularity, like you're talking about that under 10 years. That's totally attainable. What they mean by 10 years is that, because it's sort of, I've been doing it 13, and it started to like, I don't think about things when I say things anymore. Like, it's just me on stage.
Yeah.
There is no, I will go up there sometimes with no plan, no set. I'm just going to do an hour.
Yeah.
Because I know what I'm saying and I know my voice.
Yeah.
That's what he means. And then that it excited me when I hit it at 10, 11 years. I can't wait to do it when I'm 20 years in, 30 years in, because you just get better.
Right.
You get better as a comedian with age. And I think that's more along the lines of what he means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me the same. They said 5 years to learn your voice, 10 to get good at it, and then 15 to 20 to make any sort of money off of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's all arbitrary. I think now with the internet and stuff, there are people that are super new doing the late show and shit like that. They shouldn't be. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Whatever works.
It is actually kind of fun when you see somebody who's really new at comedy, and it's not fair as a stand-up, but then you see them get all these opportunities, and you see them either get worse and then drop off the map, or you see comics that get better.
Yeah.
Get better as their specials come out. Like when this is what he had at year 5. He was good, but then his year 10, this is when his first special should have come out, and then that is also cool as a fan to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just me personally. I like comedy though. And
for sure. I do too. I think I still like it.
Well, some people don't. There are a lot of comedians that don't like talking shop. It's nerd shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had people be like, you really can't turn it off, can you? And I'm like, I thought that's why we got into this shit. I want to fucking riff with my friends.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
some comics hate comedy.
Yeah.
It just happens. It just, I don't. I love it. I still watch specials.
Hormones hates women.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I remember you saying that one time, maybe.
No. I hate white women.
Yeah.
Sorry, Katie. Sorry.
That makes sense. Yeah. We're all on board.
I don't know. You're both married to someone.
Wait, are you
hate white women doing comedy?
No, we weren't kidding.
Whoa.
I'm fucking around.
Oh, we're taking it like...
Whoa.
No.
I'm just
Pancho,
roasting
let's
him.
take it easy. Norteños and hating white women in comedy. Whoa.
Yeah,
those are
isolate
our
that.
overlords. All right?
No, I do not hate women, white or any other group.
Hormos hates white women, norteños. That's what he hates.
Yeah.
There's like
Pick
two.
a side.
Yeah.
Wait, are you in an interracial relationship?
Yeah.
Is your white?
Yeah.
How long have you been married, if you don't mind me?
8 years, and then we've been together for 12.
Wow.
We have 4 more. That's tight.
Hormones. I've been with my wife for 6, and we've been married for 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's not a comic, but she's one of those. I'm funny. She's funny.
Yeah.
But man, she hams it up in front of comics.
Yeah.
And I've seen comics like do the eye roll and walk away.
She's sweet, man.
She's very sweet.
Yeah,
I love her.
But like people are like, why is she trying? I'm no, she's like this all the time. She's
Yeah.
not trying with you.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, man. It's my wife. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate my impression of me.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I want to hear your impression of your wife.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm Sheena. I love my high-voiced husband.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, she started a conversation with somebody on the bus in Vegas. Just because they had, because
don't
we went
do
to a
that.
concert.
Yeah.
Well, they had the
Sick
concert
New World
merch.
you went to. Yeah,
we went
just
to
say
that.
it.
Sick New World. I don't want to. No, they didn't pay for anything.
Okay, all right.
Korn and Deftones didn't pay for this.
You're
They don't
right.
need their shout out.
Is that who you went to
Saul
go
was
see?
disappointed because he thought that he was going to go eat corn.
Gotcha.
Instead it was...
Ooh, I hate you. I hate you so much. Any hoodles.
Yeah, she started a conversation with someone on the
Just
bus.
someone randomly
Yeah.
on the bus, and it's just not a me thing. And
Yeah.
she was just, and then she told some girl, and then she was just trying to be funny. She was like, "Why would you wear that? Like, aren't you worried about sunburn?"
Yeah.
And then she said it in the most nice mom joke kind of way, and the girl was like, just looked at her, and she was like, "Why was she mean?" I was like, "Because you're coming hard at her."
Yeah.
All right? Fucking comment on what she's wearing, you fucking weirdo. She's
Don't
like,
open with, why would you wear that?
Why would
what the fuck is wrong with you? And she was like, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, these girls aren't gonna take it the way you want to take it.
Yeah, you think these goth chicks have a
Yeah.
bubbly personality?
Yeah, sorry, elder goth, that you're sad about everything, but these new goths are pretty bubbly, man.
I had like a white, like older woman walk up to me and I was wearing a an O.J. Simpson shirt.
Hell yeah, you were.
And it was like he was like this on it, and then it said like Lady Killer on it.
Oh shit, dude!
Yeah,
Who made that Hormos?
And this white woman walked up on me, and she was like, "You got some balls wearing that shirt." She was like super upset about it. And my wife was like, "You can't wear that. You can't wear that shirt and not expect people to say something."
You should have been like, "Yeah, it's a little tight, you know." It shrunk in the.
I did make a. I did create a joke about it. I said, so this the white woman walks up to me and she's like, "You got some balls wearing that shirt," and I didn't know how to respond to that, so I said, "Thank you." I take that as a compliment, especially because dwarves don't have balls.
Oh,
and she was
you
like,
heard it
"Oh
here
my
first."
God, really?" And I was like, "No, dumb, I'm just trying to ease the tension here, you know, like it's but like it's crazy. Like people, I feel like nowadays are like will make their statement or speak their mind like whenever, like no one keeps shit.
This is my chance.
Yeah, this is my chance to like let this guy know how I feel.
Close it up with the O.J. Simpson reference at the end of your joke. Like if something doesn't fit, I'm just
okay.
No, I don't mean that text. Let's just talking shop.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? I want to know this. I want to know your brain work.
God damn it, you've been doing this 10 years.
You're talking about O.J. Simpson on your shirt. You should do a reference of like the court case of like if the shirt doesn't fit or something. To her or something like that.
If the shirt doesn't fit, you must have quit.
We'll figure something out.
The glove fit.
Yeah.
Just reference like bring that reality into your reality. That's all. It got weird. Like
no. Whatever. It's all good, man.
That's how much I love comedy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's sad that Nicole Brown Simpson's killer was never caught, though. That is sad, right?
I mean,
justice was never given for.
What was
Nicole
a catch
Brown
and release program? They caught him like a fish and said, "Check him out." And then they threw him back into the ocean.
Like a Chilean sea bass.
Take it easy. We got one next.
I'm sorry.
They ended up eventually getting OJ for stealing his own memorabilia back from somebody.
That is so funny. They ended up getting him. It's like Capone getting for tax evasion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
I think it was probably his Heisman. It's like he probably had to like after he lost that lawsuit to give like money to the family of the people he murdered. He had to like sell his Heisman, and I think he was like trying to like steal it back. And
imagine if he did murder him though. He was just an innocent man trying to get his Heisman back.
Well, you guys have heard the like conspiracy theory that it was his son that did it, and he's like the best dad ever who just took it off his son.
I never heard this conspiracy.
Yeah, that the son did it.
Mm-hmm. Nah, O.J. Simpson is a champion.
Wait, how old was his son when that
12.
happened?
Was he? Yeah. Wasn't he like in his 20s?
No, he was like 12. That's
Kids are fucking crazy, man.
But he was like a 12-year-old little mini OJ, you know?
Oh yeah,
he had an athlete's.
He could run really fast.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure OJ did it.
Yeah,
you know,
Tangerine didn't
but
do it.
It is fun.
OJ did
to think of him as just like the best dad ever. Who's just like, don't worry, kid, I got this. And that's why the glove wouldn't fit. It's his son's glove. He's like, see,
your reality makes it sound too sitcom-y.
Yeah,
it's too sitcom. He comes in like, son, what'd you do again? Come on.
What did I tell you about murdering my ex-wife?
Oh my God, dude!
It's been long enough. We can make this.
Like, I was joking when I said that.
Yeah, he said, I was like, man, I want to kill her.
Wait, when was that? Like the 90s?
Yeah.
Were you skateboarding?
I think 93.
Were you skateboarding to the OJ trial?
Yeah.
Were you skateboarding during the OJ trial?
Probably. Yeah.
Everyone's like, innocent, guilty. You're just fucking going.
Well, dude, when you're like skating as a kid, like nothing else matters. You're not watching TV. You're fucking. I didn't even get into the video games because I was like, why would I sit and play Tony Hawk Pro Skater? I want to go out and like do it.
Yeah, because you said the video games. That's how not in the video games.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
said like an 80-year-old person.
Yeah. Like when hack comics say, I do the sex.
Do you feel old, please? Because there's this kids VRing skateboarding. All right, nerds, you're gonna do the real one. Ew.
Yeah, no, I feel old, but I also feel young. You know, I'm in the middle, I think, right now.
It's good to not be skateboarding as you're older because I'm so worried about broken bones walking.
Oh yeah.
When's the last time you skateboarded?
I haven't skateboarded since I was like 30.
Wow.
I'm 46.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
You just gave it up.
Never even roll around?
No. I got in a really bad car accident.
Oh, you fucked your back up, right?
Yeah. I got in like a really. It was two of my friends. We were we were coming out of a bar that it was called Hyde right up there, and I drove, but like I was in no condition to drive my car home, and I grabbed my keys from the valet, and I don't even know how they gave me the keys. You know, I was barely able to stand. So my buddy, he's like, I'll just drive the car. He was my roommate, one of my roommates, and he's tall, and I have pedal extensions in my fucking car. So like him driving is like his knees are like up here, and I was driving.
There, you can't take them off.
You can, but it's like
you had to install them and shit.
It's like it's like a little thing that you got. It's not that they're not like clip-ons, you know.
Okay.
And so he drove my car home, and we went to go around a corner, and instead of braking, he kind of pressed the gas a little bit. I drove a Dodge Charger.
Oh, damn.
And I mean, when you're driving, you're just using your ankles, you know. Imagine like using your whole leg at them. And he was drunk too, and he turned the corner and he fucking parked my car right into a furniture store. Wow! And literally, what's crazy is like we went into the furniture store, and right next to it was like a bus stop. There was like someone at the bus stop. Like we could have literally just hit them at the bus stop, but we went into the furniture store. My two buddies like ran. And what saved me was like I never knocked on them. I was good. I'm not a snitch. Snitches get stitches, right?
Yeah,
that's where you come from. That's what happens, right?
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, Saul, as a norteño?
Yeah.
No, they get a stern talking to.
They get the Colombian necktie.
Why would you tell me?
Yeah.
And so they ran, but what saved me was that I had a huge seatbelt mark, like right across this side. So the cops knew that I didn't drive, but they were also like, you know, they knew I didn't drive, but they were trying to like interrogate me and say, who was it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm fucked up. Like, you know, like, and so, but at the same time, like TMZ showed up.
Fuck.
So they're interrogating you while you're in like terrible pain.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
TMZ showed up, and they thought like, and it was on the news that like Wee Man got in some crazy.
Holy shit!
No, my whatever.
That's got to be so annoying.
No, it was annoying.
That
but
every
at the same
single
time,
little person is you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anytime anything happens, a little person.
No, even better. Like, yeah, it was totally Wee Man. That was Wee Man the whole time. Wee Man, why do you have such a problem?
I even had them.
What a
trying
jackass!
Trying to get like autographs and shit. My kid loves you.
Shut
I'm
up,
like, dude. I talk
Meanwhile,
about
your
it.
spine,
yes, I know.
And it's like,
drunk.
but it's a little like, you know, changed around.
Of course,
like,
you have to.
Funny, but it was like, I'm like, damn, people have no shame in their game, you know. If they're
Well, they didn't have no drugs or nothing to resuscitate
Your
you?
spine is crushed at this point, and people are asking for autographs.
Yeah, my spine is crushed. No, it was one of those things where like I was so drunk that like I didn't have any
Pain
like,
at the moment.
issues or like, you know, nothing happened. But it was something that like kind of like gradually kicked in like 3 months later.
Like it started to degenerate.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it was like something that like it happened from the accident, and then like it just needed something else to click, and then slowly, like my right leg started going numb, and then my feet were numb, and then it came up to my left leg. I thought I was like going paralyzed or something.
Wild.
And then I had to get like my spine surgeries, and then.
But it went good. The spine surgeries went good. No.
Jesus Christ, man!
I think he knows this, but he's just like, you know.
No. I have a buddy Richard who just got spine surgery. Yeah. It went really good.
And he was driving a car into a furniture store, right?
Which reminds me, Ashley Furniture
is a sponsor.
Dogs of Browntown. No, but no, like he just got the surgery, and he said he couldn't feel his feet, and he got the surgery, and he feels incredible now. And seeing you, it looks like you're doing pretty good now. So I figured your surgery.
I can walk and stuff. I just can't skate or do. I can't run. Like there's just things like I can't do. Like I can't stand on my tippy toes like that. I guess the nerves there. No, it doesn't hurt. The standing on my tippy toes doesn't hurt. I just can't do it like physically. The nerves.
That's a joke premise. I mean, because you'd probably have to stand on your tippy toes a lot, and that's you can't do it. So you got
like you can't like you go to like Magic Mountain. You're like
yeah.
You can't get on your tippy toes.
Yeah.
I love roller coasters.
Do you really?
No, I hate it.
I just went to Six Flags. I realized I don't think I'm a roller coaster guy anymore.
How do you figure that midair? What are you doing?
When I was young, I loved it. I go over and over, but
was
now
me too.
I go on and I'm fucking dizzy, man. And then people want to.
When I
I'm
was
scared
young,
of heights.
Loved it. I went a few years ago. threw up after going on Ninja or whatever, and I was like,
oh, that's the weakest one too.
yeah.
Dude. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't that crazy. It had a couple loops or whatever, but I remember after I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. I'm like, my body's different. Like,
I think I was 9 when I rode Top Gun. You remember Top Gun? That was in San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah. So I first time I ever rode it, I fully pissed my pants, and then I rode it 12 more times to dry it. That's how you fix problems,
yeah.
baby. I love roller coasters.
Hell yeah.
that's so funny.
You're from San Jose too?
I'm from Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
No, well, no, I don't be in
Stockton,
California. I
Where
did
the
that
TS
thing that I
brothers
do.
are from.
Yeah,
Stockton,
baby.
Stockton. That's nothing against Sacramento. You know what? Everything against Sacramento. Stockton, 209.
Hell
baby.
yeah. Dude. Come catch these hands.
Come catch these fluffs right here, huh?
Hell
You want
yeah.
it?
They're just giggling while you're beating them up. Stop it, huh?
God damn it! I hate my voice.
The Stockton hug.
You want to get down?
It just sounded like people.
I'll give the Stockton kiss. Come on. Have you ever been like, look, what's the worst injury skateboarding? Nothing crazy?
No, I've had a lot of crazy injuries skateboarding. Probably say one of the worst ones was like I almost bit my tongue off.
Oh shit!
Like I've sprained my ankles and like hyperextended my knees and stuff. Those suck. But like as far as when I was younger, I used to skate and I used to always have my tongue out.
You fucking Air Jordan while you're doing
exactly.
What are you doing?
That's cool.
And one time I landed on the tail of the board, and when you land on the tail of the board flies up and just hit my chin, and my tongue was literally hanging. Yeah, and they had to like stitch it back up, but like your tongue or your mouth or whatever that area, like it heals up really quick.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like one of the fastest.
Yeah,
things
like
in
you'll
your
bite
body.
your tongue and it'll be bleeding, and then the next day it'll be fine.
Yeah, but it was still kind of scary because if I bit it off, that would have sucked.
Yeah, and you were the world's first pro dwarf skateboarder, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Fuck, man, to be the first, that's history shit, you know.
But there was only 2 of us.
Yeah, but you were the first.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
You know what's funny is I have a joke where I talk about that, and the other little person skateboarder or dwarf skater or midget skater or whatever is
don't go whatever, because then you're starting to give people options.
well, back when I grew up, it was just midget. That's it. All right. Now there's like short king. There's so many fucking.
I grew up in the same era, but being corrected by the youth telling me to stop using that word, so I stopped using it.
Yeah, I say what people want me to say, but I always thought little person sounds more derogatory than midget. Midget just sounds like a word, but little person sounds like you're like pointing out that they're little.
I think it's like different with I have friends who like are little people whose like whole family's little people.
Yeah.
Like with me, it's like I got 2 younger brothers. They're like 6 feet tall. My mom's tall. My dad's tall. Everyone. There's no one in my family. So I was kind of raised differently.
Is that normal?
Kind of, I think so. Like, cause like Nick Novicki's parents are tall. Brad Williams' parents are tall. Like Jason, all these little people that I'm naming, their parents are like normal. No one else is small in their family. So I don't know what it is. I know that when I was born, the doctors told my mom it was 1 in a million.
Whoa.
Now it's like 1 in 1,000. Wow. So we're coming, dude.
Hell yeah.
Wait, whoa! You don't got to start warning people like that. Like,
Can we get a new countdown?
Yeah, get a new countdown.
Yeah.
Bunch of
What
little
if it's
people,
just
babies
evolution?
coming out.
You know, it's like we're running out of like food and stuff. Like our population keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're running out of food.
Your stomach ain't smaller, is it?
I'm sure.
It's just my legs and arms are
That's
smaller.
all it is.
But I'm sure he requires less calories than somebody who's 6 foot
you look like you
at the
could
same
take
shape
down
as I know.
a burrito and a
love
half.
That. Yeah, that's huh?
You should look like you take a whole burrito down.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
just-
But it only takes me like a 40 to get drunk.
That's damn.
Sick.
But I could eat like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But drinking, yeah.
Fuck.
And back when I drank, it was like heavy
Yeah,
duty.
for sure. Yeah.
So
2 whole shots.
yeah.
Come on, you gotta give me
We're
one.
getting comfortable
You
now.
gotta give me
All right.
one. You gotta give me one. You said 40. I was like 2 whole shots. The equivalent is 2 shots of 40.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hell yeah.
I had to get one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you got it. Do we want to do this thing now?
Let's do. I think this section Saul's gonna particularly enjoy because we're gonna be eating.
It's because I'm fat.
It's because he's fat.
Wait, what?
So first of all, This part of Dogs of Browntown is Latinos try Iranian foods.
Okay.
All right.
So the first Iranian food we've got it says shallot yogurt. It's called most musir, which translates to yogurt with shallots. Okay. All right.
I'll warn you, Hormos, I've never had Persian food, and I am very racist. So let's go.
And then this is sangak bread, which translates to.
Into that.
Yeah, you're gonna take some of this, and put it on the bread.
Okay.
Take some bread.
Oh, I just caught a whiff. I don't know if I love the smell of this.
What the?
It smells like shallot, like garlic.
Okay.
I don't know if you hate garlic. Here, I'll let you guys grab some.
Should we all do it together?
Yeah, get it
It
ready.
smells fine.
No, it's gonna. This is delicious. This is like gonna be one of your favorite foods, I think. It's really, really delicious.
Almost just turned into a little kid. Like, guys, you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it,
Dude, I remember we
Here's
had
some napkins.
We just trying?
Yeah, try it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's great, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember like cultural day when you were a kid and you had to bring like foods from your culture?
Yeah.
The poor girl from Lebanon. I mean, the Italian kids had it made. They just
So
brought
easy.
pizza.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Fuck yeah!" And
It's
then
like try this falafel.
Wait,
no, she brought hummus. And I
Wait.
remember,
why is Hormos not eating it?
No, I'll eat it. But that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, this is great.
It's called
Great.
musir. It's a kind of like it's like a cross between a shallot and garlic that they like mash up and they mix in with just thick yogurt.
I love it.
Really good, right?
Is
great.
it just a snack time? Because I'm expecting like you're like Persian food. I'm like, all right, this is just bread with
gonna
sour cream.
these are
pull
just
out an
Persian
entire
snacks.
lamb.
No, we're
Yeah,
doing
he's
Persian
like,
snacks.
we're fear factoring. We're getting close.
All right, next we're doing lava shack, which is like Persian fruit roll-ups.
Okay.
Or fruit rolls. First, we're gonna start with the most basic one, which is apricot. It's just gonna
Okay,
taste
nice.
like apricots.
These look like weed bags.
They do.
Yeah.
There's no weed in any of this.
Oh my god, look at this. I'm gonna write a paper on that thing.
Where did you get this shit?
Persian grocery store.
Be more, because
Yeah.
look, we got more of a Mexican
There's
following than
there's
we do
plastic
Persians.
on it. You gotta-
So we're trying to teach cholos about different cuisines.
Yeah.
Wait, is there plastic on both
There's plastic on both sides.
great.
So peel the
No,
plastic
in
off
his
both
custom, Persians eat the plastic. Right?
sides. Yes.
They're like, it's so good.
Yep.
Oh, it's good, like a fruit roll.
Just like a fruit roll up, apricot.
I ate some of the plastic.
Yeah, you're doing authentic. It was good.
All right.
Al dente, if you will.
Sweet, good. Right.
Love it.
Next one, same brand,
Goat's pussy. What?
goat pussy.
You should have brought the curvy sword to cut it, dude.
It's Curvy Sword brand.
We should just have a curvy sword right behind us at all times for when we need it.
So we
No,
say
we should
for some
not.
reason the words curvy sword fucking kill me I'll be washing dishes.
This one's
and just
plum.
start laughing.
This one's plum, so it's going to be a little more sour.
Hormones, these are just delicious snacks. This is just snack time with hormones.
Guys, are,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're not monsters. We eat delicious snacks. Take the plastic off both sides.
Conservatives have some things to say
This one's a
about.
little more sour because it's plum.
do you have something that's kind of iffy?
Yeah, that's
The
more
last
like,
one will be one of my favorite foods, but we'll get to that one. The last one's the one
it's
that
pretty eccentric. It goes from like strawberry plum. This one's cum right here. This is straight
the
camel
last
cum.
one is like a constant. It's going to be like a concentrated yogurt.
Beetle jizz. This is great.
It's great, right? Tastes like plum, sour, sweet. This one is the pomegranate lava shack.
Okay.
This tastes like, well, plum is a prune, right?
Yeah.
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 Prunes are dried plum, so it tastes like prunes. Yeah.
That's good. Am I gonna shit?
Yeah.
You will, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's fiber.
So, will you want to make a comment about how Pancho's
No.
full already?
No, you bringing it up. The fuck? Now you're the bad guy here. What do you mean?
I'm the good guy here. I'm the voice of reason on this fucking show.
Not today.
Yeah, you're right.
I was a good boy.
That I'm full
It's only on
already?
one side on this one.
God damn it, he did it up
So that's
me.
pomegranate. This one's pomegranate.
Okay.
But as soon as we become friends, Pancho, oh, it's gonna be back and forth.
I try to be your friend.
Oh.
On
Here,
what?
here, just take some off this. It's hard to read.
I followed you.
Oh,
Then I'll follow you
shit.
back. You gotta say stuff.
You're really taking this friendship for pomegranate.
Comics go, you didn't follow me back. I was like, fucking say something to me.
pomegranate.
I don't give a
For
shit.
pomegranate?
Yeah. You're taking it for pomegranate.
Pomegranate, delicious, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Almost none of this is gross. I'm expecting gross.
Now bull
Now-
penis.
Nothing gritty, no scorpion
Now
tails.
you guys
nothing. I hate this.
This is batshit.
Now we are on to garahurut.
Okay.
Katie,
this is like my
feel free to try
favorite thing to
all
eat.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
you want to try some, Katie? This
Nothing
one,
that
Racist.
Ramos has
it's
brought.
called garahurut. It's made from, like when they make thickened yogurt like that,
Mm-hmm.
they strain the whey out, and then they boil the whey until it forms little black, like,
So, you know
Is this
what?
the last thing?
Little
this
black
is the last
nuggets.
thing. Little black nuggets.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be very sour. There's no sweetness. It's like an ultra concentrated, and I'll eat one with you guys because
So I'm gonna tell you what I told my wife when I don't know
and
how to
it's
pronounce something.
very sour,
Okay.
very strong.
What did he call it?
Garahurut.
I'm gonna call it growl growl candy. All right.
I'm not stoked about it.
It's gonna be sour. You're probably not gonna like it.
Oh, it smells like piss.
Put it in your mouth.
Why does
does
this
have
smells
a
like a
very strong-
urinal?
Oh, I'm not into this, dude.
Try
This
it.
smells like straight pee pee.
Put it in your mouth. Chew on it a little.
The whole thing?
Look at it. Look.
Nope.
It's not my favorite.
I love it.
No disrespect. That tastes like petting zoo.
Jesus.
Well, it has a
It
weird
does taste like
aftertaste.
Benny Joe.
Yeah,
It
right?
tastes like a circus.
Katie, you got to try this one.
There's camel shit in this, right?
That's what it is.
It's
Is
made,
this what you guys are sucking on when you have your hands behind your back while you go on your walks? What are you guys staring at?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a saladito.
I think
You
it's
ever
just
had
like
it?
the smell of it is weird, and then the aftertaste is really
Yeah,
really
it's
strange.
barnyard.
Terrible, Doug.
It's like super, super, super
You
sour
literally
milk.
went from delicious,
Yeah.
delicious
Yeah.
to fucking
I like what you
pee-pee.
did with that, though. It was like the old bait and switch.
Yeah, you guys got the delicious stuff at the beginning.
I'm gonna eat
And then if
more
you
of
guys
this.
want to eat, yeah, there's more lava shack and there's more bread and
Yeah,
the bread was
well, that's how
good.
we're ending this because we're past the 45-minute mark. That's been Dogs of Browntown. Pancho, do you have anything that you would like to plug? Anything? I gotta follow him right now because if not, we're gonna fight.
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram. That's the only platform I really
What
use.
is-
what's your Instagram?
Pancho Moler P.
Pancho Moler P. Nothing
P-O-N-C-H-O.
PANCHOMOLER, and then just P.
Hell
shows
yeah.
or nothing coming up?
No, I do not. Well, actually, I do. I have the Short Bus Revolt comedy show coming up.
Oh, that's your show.
He's over
Yeah.
here
I did
making
it.
you
It was
do the
great.
fucking jokes.
I had a really good time. Yeah. Yeah, and if anybody wants to book
on the
Pancho,
26th.
hell yeah. Good show.
Soul Comedy, soulcomedy.com. Hormus and I, we got a Dirty at 10:30, May 24th in the Belly Room. Please come out and watch that. I'm also doing some East Coast dates. June 1st, I will be in Boston. June 2nd, Philly. June 3rd, I will be in New York, all at City Wineries. Soulcomedy.com for all tickets. At Soul Comedy on Instagram. Hormus?
At Not Hormones on all social media. Follow me on Venmo. I'm trying to be the Venmo comic.
Yeah, of course.
And June 7th, comedy dating show in the Belly Room. Gonna be lit.
Hell yeah. I'm at Mostly Sorry. I'm here a lot. I play drums in a hardcore band called Mad Peaceful at Mad Peaceful Band. And I have another podcast with my friend Chappelle Lacey called Lesser Known Characters at Lesser Known Characters Pod. That's it.
We love you guys. Katie, shout out to Katie. She's honestly, that's a good one of the week
Yeah.
right there.
Always
Katie!
the good one of the week.
Good one of the week.
Thank you, Katie. You're
I
the
love
best.
women.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
I love women.
God damn it, Hormos. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Please rate, review, subscribe right down here.
Follow us on Instagram at Dogs of Browntown and follow me on Instagram at Not Hormones.
Don't forget about me at Soul Comedy, Soul Trujillo.
Hey, don't leave me out of the fun. I'm at Mostly Sorry on Instagram. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You better be subscribing. Check this one. Click, or maybe this video. I know you want to click that one. That's the one you want. Just subscribe.